Hey, how's it going, Physique Freaks? This is Scott Tuzan of MetabolicMasterpiece.com. I'm just getting ready to eat my typical breakfast. I got 8 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, some yellow peppers in there, some salsa on top, and some ground black pepper. I had a crappy sleep last night. Just my mind was it wouldn't shut off. Just spinning with ideas. Kind of one of the downfalls of being a self-employed entrepreneur. You're always thinking of ideas. Tough to shut the brain down. Anyhow, I've got a really busy morning here. I got to go train a couple clients in a few minutes here. I'm going to be back with my next meal to share with you, as well as some insights into the progress I've been making over the past 4-5 days. All right, so I will talk to you soon. All right, so I got back from training a couple clients, and I brought Chief right out for a 30-minute walk, and it is freezing out there. The temperature's back down in the 30s. We were getting hit by some ice pellets out there. But the good news is that it really woke me up after feeling a little bit tired this morning. Even better news, it's going to be up in the 60s tomorrow, so spring is really trying to make its way here. I'm a little concerned that I still got some grain brain from yesterday when I was eating the burgers on the whole wheat bread, because right now I'm craving a tuna sandwich on whole wheat bread. This stuff, I mean, I'm telling you, it's like crack cocaine. It's so addicting. This wheat stuff, I can't get enough of it. Joking aside, it's not, I don't really eat a whole lot of bread, and I'm not addicted to it and by any means necessary. But my lunch today is looking at about 500 calories. I mixed the tuna with just some mayo today and some ground black pepper. Sometimes I use Frank's Red Hot sauce. Sometimes I use salsa, sometimes Caesar dressing, whatever my taste buds desire. So we're looking at between 450 500 calories for this meal. One of the things I want to talk about is my progress. I'm down 1 pound in the past 3, maybe 4 days, almost 4 days. And I want to talk about where that weight comes from. I mean, I'm sure some of it's going to be from fat, but the big thing is that I'm eating 800 to 1,000 calories less than what I was doing last week when I was in a slight surplus. So the reduction in weight, a good portion of it is going to come from the actual food weight itself. So that extra 800 to 1,000 calories that I was consuming would add weight to my body because there was extra food, and this food has weight to it. So I had a burger yesterday. That burger had weight to it, and it's going to weigh down in my system while it's digesting. So because I'm eating a little less this week, there's less food weight in my body. So hopefully I burned some fat, but I'm sure there's also a little bit of water loss, a little bit of glycogen loss. I'm not eating quite as much carbs as I was a week ago, and that's not because I go low carb when I'm trying to lose weight, just because everything went down. All my macros went down. So less carbs in my system, less water in my system, less food weight in my system is all going to impact that pound, in addition to hopefully some fat loss. I'm sure I am not losing any kind of muscle tissue. I'm not in any kind of aggressive deficit. I'm taking it nice, slow, steady here. No more than a 500 calorie deficit. The reverse happens as well. So when I end this deficit, which will hopefully only be like 4-6 weeks max, and I go from a deficit to a slight surplus as I go back into muscle building mode, even close, I'll be hovering on maintenance and slight surplus. That increase in food intake, calorie intake, is going to add food weight to my body. So I may jump up 3 pounds, 4 pounds in the first day or two. And that's going to come from partially the food weight itself, as well as glycogen, because I'm going to be increasing the carbs as I increase all of the macros. As you have more carbs, more glycogen in the muscle, water is going to be stored in my body as well. So a lot of people you'll see, they'll go from that deficit and they say it's the whole rebound effect and you gain pure muscle in that time. Well, they're getting lean body mass, and lean body mass is water weight, glycogen, food, and your muscle tissue. So it's a combination of things. So it can be very, very misleading. So I'm looking forward to see how I rebound back and get myself back up to maintenance. So just when you're thinking of weight fluctuations, just realize that the food you eat has weight to it. So depending on how much you eat, that's going to impact your weight. For example, like 2 weekends ago, Friday and Saturday night, we had parties that we went to. I ate more than I normally would, quite a bit more than I normally would, and I shot up about 5, almost 6 pounds. That was a lot of food weight. It's not like some people freak out, oh my God, I gained 6 pounds just over the weekend. A lot of it is all that excess food, and it's going to take a little bit longer to get through your digestive system as well, because within 2 to 3 days of eating back to normal, not dieting, just eating at maintenance, I got right back down. That 5-6 pounds disappeared. So food has its weight, impacts your body in a variety of ways. So the main thing is consistency and seeing trends from week to week. So the biggest drop should be in this first week, where I went from a slight surplus in calories down to a deficit. So just that food weight itself. Now I'm going to be eating the same quantity of food next week as I am this week. So food quantity shouldn't be as much of an issue as it was this week. So I'll be monitoring those numbers, and I'm not measuring body fat percentage or anything like that. I judge mainly by looks. I rarely even pull out the scale. I'm doing the scale thing for you guys. The only time I ever pull out the scale is usually when I'm trying to cut for a show and want to make sure that I make weight, which usually hasn't been an issue for me, because lightweight bodybuilding is usually around 154, 155 and under. My last competition I was 145, so I had lots of room to get in there. This competition, I'm really hoping to be close to that 154, 153 mark. So I'll be paying attention to the scale as I get close to that competition date. Scale usually doesn't mean anything. I usually go by looks, man. Aesthetic muscle building is all about training for a specific look. It doesn't matter what's on the scale. Most people don't guess my weight anyways. They have no idea that right now I weigh only 160 pounds. A lot of people think I weigh more than that. So scale, I could care less about for the most part. All right, so I'm going to get back to you. I'll report back on the meals for the day. I'm going to be doing some ab training, some calve training later on. And I'll catch up with you soon. All right, so my buddy Jay Scott is about to interview me for his Full Disclosure Fitness podcast. So I just thought I'd take a moment to just quickly show you my messy office. Got my fitness library going on there. Some light free weights, scales, some balls, some weight plates, a little bench over here. Angie sometimes gets her workout here in the morning when she doesn't want to make it out to the gym. I'm a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. Love the book, The Tao of Pooh. So I got some quotes from the Tao of Pooh under some of these pictures here. I love Winnie the Pooh's simple approach to living. And I got some of his books, Winnie the Pooh on Success, Winnie the Pooh on Management, all that kind of great stuff. So this is my home office. Got a little pull-up bar. Noelle loves hopping up in there whenever she comes sees me doing some work in here. So I will catch up with you soon. All right, kids are it's about time for them to come home from school, and I am grabbing another meal here, just some leftover chicken and potatoes from the other night. So looking at about 350, maybe 400 calories and some barbecue sauce on there. Gonna be heading into the gym soon. I'll get you behind the scenes, abs and calves. I'm probably gonna do 10 to 15 minutes of HIIT on the stationary bike as well. So I'll catch you soon. All right, so I'm starting my ab routine off with some hanging knee raises. Now notice how I'm really trying to bring my knees up towards my face, and I'm really trying to curl that pelvis upwards. Now that's going to place a little extra emphasis on the lower abdominals. You're not going to be able to isolate the lower abs from the upper abs, but this will place a little greater emphasis on the lower abdominals. So I'd like to start my ab routines off by focusing on exercises that place greater emphasis on the lower abdominals, since that tends to be an area that fatigues a lot quicker. So aiming for 12 to 15 repetitions there. And now I'm going to do a jackknife using a stability ball. So I get one foot up on the ball, arms down, other foot up. I just got my feet, top of my feet on the ball, as well as just the lower aspect of my shin when I'm in the stretch position. I'm trying to keep that butt down. Again, curling that pelvis. Notice how my pelvis really curls forward as I try to drive my knees into my chest. I see so many people doing this exercise. They're not bringing their knees in close enough to their torso. They're not curling far enough in here. So really get a good curl here. Get the emphasis on the lower abdominals. All right, so I repeat that back and forth for 3 sets, and now I'm going to move on to the cable crunch. Again, aiming for around 10 to 15 repetitions here. So select a weight that's fairly challenging. So as opposed to the last exercises where we were curling the pelvis upwards, now we're going to curl the shoulders down. So really trying to round that upper back, drive those elbows towards the knees. I keep my hands fixed. They're together. My wrists are pressed up against my head. My arms don't move or rotate at all. Just curling my shoulders, rounding my back,
and feeling a little bit more emphasis in the upper abdominal area. Now I'm going to do some Spider-Mans, so keeping my butt down here and sweeping your leg, your knee out to the side, coming up to your elbow. This is great. I mean, just a great core exercise. You're going to hit everything in here. I mean, you're going to hit the rectus abdominals, you're going to hit your transverse abdominals, probably going to be working those muscles deep down in there as well. So again, aiming for 10 to 15 reps each side here. I repeat this back and forth 2 more times for a total of 3 sets. And I mean, this ab routine takes no more than 10 minutes, really 5 to 10 minutes, and your abs should be spent. So now I moved on to the calves, did some other calf exercises, and then finished off with a 1 foot, I guess foot press, calf press, whatever you want to call it. I'm on the leg press machine here, one of the various leg press machines that we have. I really like focusing one leg at a time here and getting a good squeeze at the top. So a couple things I want you to look at here. So not only am I trying to push the platform away from me, watch here as I squeeze and hold that contraction, but I'm trying to drive my ankle upwards as well. So push that platform away as far as I can, and then try to push my shin, my ankle, upwards to get that extra little contraction. Really trying to squeeze and contract those calves like crazy. So I'm not just pushing it away using my ankles and using any other force necessary. I want to feel that maximum contraction in my calves. So let's see with this foot here. So push the platform away as far as I can, and then drive that extra little push, that extra little squeeze, trying to drive that ankle upwards. And that extra little squeeze is going to give a much better contraction in the calves. So many people, they're just pushing that platform away and not getting a real intense contraction in the calves. Again, this was a big downfall for me when it came to calf training. It was just form. It really didn't have as much to do with how much I was training them or the exercises I was doing or type of training. It just, I wasn't focused on proper technique. Focusing one foot at a time here really helps you connect that mind muscle, build that mind muscle connection, carries over to the other calf exercises that you perform.
Alright, just grabbing a little bite to eat, some homemade pizza buns on an English muffin with some cheese and pizza sauce on it, and some broccoli. I'll be having a snack later on, probably some Greek yogurt. Okay, so just winding down the night here, grabbing my last little snack, some Greek yogurt, blueberries, and protein powder. About 300 calories, and my decadent cookies. I think it's about 170 calories. Decadent, love these things. Great cookies, a great snack last night. I'm going to have it again today. That will be it for me for the day, and I'm going to be actually crashing pretty soon. I'm going to call it an early night. I wouldn't surprise me if I am asleep by 9 o'clock, pass completely right out, get a great sleep tonight, wake up early, energized, refreshed, ready to crush a great workout tomorrow and have myself an awesome day. So I hope you have a great night. Hope you're enjoying these videos. Talk again soon.